Hello, Beard Wizard family. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find in that video description below, including ways to support this channel, like clicking the red subscribe button. So many of you, especially from the Warning Army, I sounded like I was from New York for a second. So many of you, so many of you all, or y'all, or you guys, or you peeps, have come to this channel for various bands, whether it be Otaken or Love Bites or The Warning or whatever. Hopefully we can spread the love around and check out the other bands and the other content too. I know there's a lot of crossover between different bands and their fan bases, but you never know what you're going to discover. And I have a ton of independent artists and content creators that I've reviewed over the last couple, 3 years. And we are moving very quickly toward our 500th episode. I think I think tonight is my 490th episode of Beard Wizard Reviews. So we are so close to 500. I'm very excited for that. And our goal this year is 5,000 subscribers. So I need your help. I need you clicking that button. I need you sharing it. It costs you nothing, and it's a huge deal for me. There is more coming. There is more ways to support the channel. Like I'm going to start the membership page. I'm just not sure what members of YouTube channels look for. So if you have any ideas, if you're in the chat and you're a member of another YouTube channel, you have a membership through them, let me know what you look for in a member page or member benefits or whatever it might be. I'm still hashing out what I think would work, but I also want to know, what do you guys think? I'm not a member on any YouTube channel, so I don't know what to look for or what's normal or what to expect. So I could use your help. Anyway, please subscribe. It's Wednesday. It's Warning Wednesday. So the Warning Army, if you are here, we are moving through our sort of chronological review of the Queen of the Murder Scene album. We have already done Crimson Queen, Ugh, and The One, and now we're doing Stalker. This is their version from 4 years ago. They did the Lunario concert. This is the earliest one that is on their page. James just stopped in, finding some fine music here. Thank you so much. That's why I do this, James. Not only because I love discovering new music and I love, finding new bands that I never would have heard of before, but the whole reason I started this show in the first place was to help indie creators and lesser known bands get more eyes and ears on their content. And so I'm so glad that you're finding new bands and new music and new artists to experience. That's awesome. So we are going to jump into Stalker today from The Warning, live at Lunario. We're going to pause as necessary, talk about the music, etc., and so on. James and everybody else, if you're here in the live stream, say hi. If you're here with James, if you're watching the recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But here we go. This is Stalker from The Warning. Cheers. I don't know if that was a discordant guitar in the back there or Ale's bass. That was a nice touch, though. This is by far one of the creepiest, so far anyway, one of the creepiest songs on this album. That whole part where I am yours and you are mine. Like, it's going to get even more so, but that part right there is so ominous and it's so creepy. And I love the writing. So far, I've loved all of the writing in this album. From a storyteller's perspective, it is done so well to sort of build this character. We're building this queen who is obsessed and you know, we're going to get into some darker aspects of her stuff coming up, but right now we're building this character that's just obsessed with somebody, just absolutely has to have this person, whether they like it or not, you know. And now we're moving into this, you know, you have to love me. I'm going to tie the rope. You're mine. Like, I'm not letting you go anymore. So very creepy beginning. I love it. Started with the piano and that sort of discordant background noise that was going on. I don't know if that, again, her guitar or Ale's bass, but very nice background noise in there to start this out before we launch into the rest of it. 'Cause I am yours and you. It's crazy how much I love you. It's crazy how much I want you. It's crazy. Oh, you don't even know. It's crazy how much I think about you. It's crazy how I can live without you. It's crazy how my love used to grow. I'm a maniac when it comes to you. I'm obsessed with what we both could be. The possibility. It's crazy how it needs to happen. It's crazy. It's enough to happen. Yes, sure, know each other. I'll have you someday. I'll have you forever. So they have absolutely captured that really scary stalker vibe. That, you know, no matter what you do, I'm here. It's crazy how much I feel. You don't even know. Like you see those stories of people who become obsessed, who start stalking somebody, and that's such a common theme, is like, you don't understand how much I love you. Why don't you get, you know, that sort of, you don't understand me and my obsession with you turns into anger that they don't understand it. And for these young women, these girls at this time, when they wrote this, to have captured that theme so well is kind of disturbing, but very clearly they are either well read, you know, they have a very broad world view, and I imagine there's a lot of reading that went into this, and there's a lot of development from stuff that they've experienced and read over the years growing up to build this character so well, because there are older authors who have been doing this longer who don't create as dark of a character as they've managed to build so far in this album. And it's very disturbing. Edixon, thank you for stopping in. No, not too late. Thankfully, I started the stream a little late tonight. Got home a little late and had to get everything set up. So very disturbing character we're building so far. Yes, sure, know each other. I'll have you someday. I'll have you forever. Look at me, my dear. Look at me, my dear. I love you so. What don't you know? The bass line. I like the bass line in here. It's very subtle, but the underpinning, the bass rhythm that she's gotten and following Pow's drumming is, you know, it's a cool little bass layer, not basses in bass instrument, but basses in the foundation of this song, between her and Pow, laying that out, and it's almost like this little stuttering heartbeat that she's playing underneath the whole thing, and it's very cool. You know, you really got to listen to it in this one, or listen for it in this one. But I like it when you notice it in those, like that part that we just heard there in a second ago.
have you someday. Want to love me, touch me, let me in your heart. Want me, haunt me, like I'm told from the start. Want to love me, touch me, let me
Those eyes. Danny does a really good job throughout this too, is of conveying the emotion that this character's feeling. Because this is, well, some of these songs are very personal. This whole album is also written from the perspective of someone who's not them, of a character they've created for this story. And she does such a good job of, you know, those eyes when she's talking about how crazy it is that I love you. You know, that the look in her eye is saying that this character is completely out of her mind, obsessed with whoever she's talking about. And she does such a good job of expressing that emotion just through her face, even with her singing, is fantastic. The stage presence, and it's only gotten better. This is 4 years ago. It's only gotten better as they've gone on, and their stage presence is built and become so mature and so professional. But being able to bring that emotion through when it's not your emotion is pretty good. Edixon said many people like this concert because it is more raw. Danny, she doesn't sing. She lives every song and transmits it. Yeah, I mean, that's, you can tell that they are very much they are right now at this stage, and I hope they don't lose that anytime soon. But you have artists early in their stage, in their career, where when they're singing, when they're performing, when they're creating music, it is very much all a part of them. They are expressing their art. And I imagine after years of touring and years of playing the same songs, and eventually some things become just so routine, you begin to tell. You know, I as much as I love Metallica, I can tell when I go to a Metallica concert, you know, the one I was just at last year, it was amazing. I loved it, but it was much different than the Metallica concert I was at 10 years ago. And partly it's because things just become routine for them. It becomes, you know, another part of their job. They're still in that stage where it's very much all a part of them. They wrote this music. They created this character. They developed all this. It is part of their soul that they're pouring out through their instruments and through their voice. And I hope they don't lose that anytime soon, if ever. You know, some artists just continue to be able to express that, and you can feel it. And Metallica does sometimes too. I'm not going to say that they never do, but it's just normal, you know. And hopefully they keep this for a very long time, because it is fantastic when they perform like this. For sure, Ed. Fantastic. Great song from The Warning. Another, again, the next song in the Queen of the Murder Scene album that we reviewed. I did their new song last Wednesday before they released the video. It sucks because they released 2 new songs on a Friday. I did a review of the lyric video on Wednesday, and then Thursday they released a music video for the song I reviewed on Wednesday. But those kinds of things happen. Anyway, like Ed said, amazing full sound from a 3-piece band. I mean, that's the other thing you got to remember. Punk bands often do 3-piece bands. Pop bands will do a 3-piece band. A metal band, you don't see a lot of metal bands out there doing 3-piece. There's a couple that I can think of, but for the most part, lead guitar, rhythm guitar, bass, drums, and sometimes a lead singer who doesn't play a single instrument. For them to produce what they do with 3 people and 3 instruments is impressive in itself. The songwriting so far on this album has been fantastic. The performances have been amazing. I'm really loving it so far, and I don't think I have done Red Hands Never Fade as a review, so as long as I haven't already reviewed that, that will be next Wednesday. So stop by around 4 p.m. Central as usual. James, Edixon, Ed, and everybody else who was here, thank you so much. Be sure to subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love. Bye.